So you're thinking of making a move to Clearwater, Florida, and you're wondering just how far that $500,000 budget will take you. Well, in today's video, I'm going to answer that question for you specifically. We're going to go out and tour 3 properties that fall right in between the $400,000 and $500,000 price point in Clearwater, Florida. And hey, you reached a great time to come out, guys. As you can see, it is a beautiful day out here. Temperatures are wonderful, humidity's down, sun shines up. This is the exact reason why people move to Florida to begin with, especially the beaches. And if you are a beach fan, well, as you guys know, Clearwater, Florida, and maybe you don't know, but Clearwater, Florida is voted one of the best beaches in America. It's pretty much up for grabs between St. Petersburg Beach, Clearwater, Florida, Destin's got a great beach in Sarasota. These 4 cities in Florida are always fighting for this title, and I gotta say that, you know, Clearwater is beautiful, y'all, and you're gonna see that today. We're gonna take a tour of the town. I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit, you know, and again, we're going to see those 3 properties so you can kind of figure out, hey, is Clearwater a good place to go and invest? Is this where I'd like to relocate? And I think this will be really helpful for you, and most importantly, so you can come check out those houses and see what you can get for that price range. Hey, I wanted to make mention of this really quick too, because, you know, the first time I came to Clearwater was like 10 years ago with my wife, and you know, we did what every northerner does. We come down in the winter and we got on this beach and we laid out here, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and it was probably, you know, 85 degrees, pretty warm. And it was actually muggy that day too, and I remember that because you were just sweating standing there, and we were laying out, and of course we got sunburned, and we both fell asleep in the sand, which is a dangerous thing to do because that sun it gets hot quick and you get sunburned pretty quick too. But the one thing that I wanted to share with you guys is, like, I just remember how soft this sand was, and I didn't realize how fine it was till we came down here in that day and we fell asleep. Now, it was a windy day, okay, just like it is today. And what happens is when you're laying on the ground and it's super windy, well, that fine sand starts blowing around. And I remember waking up and I was just covered in sand, and my wife is covered in sand, and we always joke to this day, like, we just completely covered in it. It was just one of those things. It was one of those stories I want to share with you guys because it reminded me of Clearwater. Anytime I ever think of Clearwater Beach, first thing I think of being covered in sand. And you know, you guys come down here during the summer and the winter, and they do sandcastle events where there's beach events here. I know you guys can see down the other end there. There's Clearwater Pier down there. There is so much to do here, right? This is a 3-mile stretch of just absolutely stunning beaches, and you guys can see it behind me now. Got kids out here playing. I mean, what? If you're a beach bum like we are, what better place could it be, right? Clearwater has what you are looking for. My name is Juan Alcala. I'm a team leader here with the True Living Group at eXp Realty. We help people just like you from all over the country relocate to the area here. We make videos that are all things Tampa Bay. What it's like to live here, what it's like to work here, what it's like to play here, the food, the dining, the outdoors, the beaches, and the sunshine. And if this is your first time to the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and click that little bell if you get any value. It's going to help this information get out to people just like you who are also considering making that move to the Tampa Bay area, or Clearwater specifically as well. We're getting calls from people just like you all over the country who are considering making a move to the Tampa Bay area or Clearwater specifically. We're getting calls, text messages, emails. Heck, I'm even getting direct messages on Instagram with people looking to relocate. However, you got to get hold of me whenever it comes to moving to the Tampa Bay area. Just know that I've got your back. So what I want to do, y'all, is take you around town really quick, show you a few things of points of interest, you know, some really cool things happening in downtown Clearwater. Oh, and I want to make mention of this too. Clearwater Beach and Clearwater are not the same thing. They're separated by an intercoastal waterway, number one. There's a huge bridge you got to go over. But the other thing, I just want to give perspective. You know, at the furthest point away from the beach in Clearwater, it's about a 35-minute drive. And if traffic's really gnarly during season, meaning that we're talking about spring break or after the holiday season, it could take you as much as an hour and a half to cross that bridge. So be mindful. Sometimes you want to grab an alternative route, get in, and if you want to know what those routes are, you can feel free, ask me in the comments below. I'll hook you guys up because you definitely want to know about those. But yeah, I mean, it gets really busy. But on an average day like today, it's a Monday afternoon here. I can go all the way across the county here and be on the other side in about 35 minutes, no problem. But I just wanted to let you know, because Clearwater's not small. It's a big city in terms of geography in Pinellas County, which is just west of Hillsborough County in Tampa there. But it's also pretty populated, so something to keep in mind in the area. You're definitely not going to be out in the in the boonies, so to speak. There are people everywhere. There are houses everywhere, and when it comes to Pinellas County specifically, there are more people here than anywhere else in the state of Florida, by the way. So we have a higher population density per square mile than anywhere, more than Miami, more than Orlando. That's fascinating when you think about it. But there isn't many places to go here, and that's why some of the houses you're going to see today, most of the houses you're find in our area here were built, in the late 60s, early 70s when they were having the population boom. Anything that's new typically is a tear down of an existing property and then built back up. And we'll talk a little bit about that today when we see some of these properties. But yeah, hope this helps you guys out. Like I said, if you got any questions at all when it comes to relocating the area, please feel free to put those comments below or shoot me an email, text message, whatever it is. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But let's go out and get after those properties. All right, y'all, we're at our first property of the day here, and this is a quintessential Florida home, especially here in Pinellas County, which is just west of Hillsborough in the Tampa Bay area in Clearwater. Home was built in 1961. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,007 square feet. It's currently listed at $450,000. This house is great. It's got a pool, which is fantastic, right? If you come into Florida, why would you not have a pool? That's the first question. And then also there is a pond, and we drove by it here. We'll probably throw it in the camera roll as we drive by here, but there is a pond that is right in the back here, and it comes directly behind this house. And there's a lot of privacy too, because they actually have it completely blocked off with greenery. And out front, this is awesome too. You've got this beautiful, humongous oak tree here and this gorgeous magnolia as well. So great privacy, and as you can see, the sun setting in the west hitting this house right here. And during the summer months, it's really important to have that shade, guys, if you can. It's nice to have a clean landscape. I love that as well too. But if you're looking for a house that stays cooler, these two trees are going to offer a tremendous amount of energy savings, number one, but they're going to keep the house cooler in the summer during those peak months. Now, if you're snowbirding and you're only here part of the time, then that's okay. It won't matter to you anyways, but it is a good thing to have a great shade tree in front of you. We've got a beautiful old oak that's in front of ours, and you're going to find a lot of those in the area here with the Spanish moss hanging off them. I don't know if you can see it in the neighborhood here, but all along the back of this pond there is humongous oak trees, and this is a well-established neighborhood. Most of these homes were built in the late 50s, early 60s, so you're going to find a lot of really well-established greenery, the landscaping, and yeah, it's a great property. And anybody considering making that jump, in the area here, this is pretty typical for the price point, whether it's in Clearwater or any other surrounding areas as well. But yeah, for $450, a 3.3, 2,000 square feet with a pool that backs up to a pond, it's a great location. It's definitely worth checking out. I'm currently standing at the corner of Cleveland and Osceola Boulevard, which is the district, right downtown Clearwater. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it behind me because of the sun, but you got the Clearwater Bridge right there. It goes directly over to the Clearwater Beach, which is a 3-mile stretch of white sugar sand, and it is incredible, y'all. Clearwater Beach is ranked as one of the #1 beaches in the country almost every single year. It tosses up between a few different beaches in Florida, but this is one of them historically, and this Clearwater does not disappoint. If you've ever been before, family vacation, spring break, whatever it is that brought you down, you know that there's a lot to do in Clearwater. But Clearwater's not just about the beaches, right? There are people that are going to move here because maybe because of work, maybe because of family. A lot of it's going to be because of lifestyle, and that's okay. That's how we got here too. But it has a lot to offer, and today I wanted to kind of just take you around town a little bit and show you what's available, and then we're going to get into these 3 properties that can serve in that budget range between $400,000 and $500,000 for a single family residence. We're not going to get into condos today because we're going to do a separate video on that, where we cover exactly what you can get for specific price points in condos like on the beach, y'all. So we can get you down there, and just so you know, if you are interested in that, there are at least 5 condos available on the intercoastal, minutes from the water, meaning it's probably going to take you longer to get down the elevator than it would to get to the beach for the same price range. But if you're looking for a home, let's just say you're a single person or a young couple, or you're a young family and you're not ready to live on the beach, or you're not retiring yet, then single family is probably going to be the best bet for you, and we're going to get into that today. And again, I just wanted to show you guys around the district. Right behind me here, if you can see it, is all kinds of outdoor seating for these dining areas. There are shops lined up and down this street. This whole entire area downtown Clearwater has a lot to do. It's completely walkable, and it's pretty slow right now. We're in that time of year where we're off season, but as the year starts to pick up, the winter starts to get colder, we're definitely going to start to see more foot traffic. We're going to see a lot more people coming into town, and then into the spring when it starts to ramp up. And then during the springtime, these streets are going to be lined with people from all over the country, all over the world actually. A lot of Canadians come here as well to enjoy the winters, as you guys are aware. But it's a beautiful day here, not too hot, not too cool. In terms of weather, it doesn't get much better than this, but yeah, I can't wait to show you guys exactly what you can see in that price point. If you guys have any questions about the area specifically, please feel free to comment them below, or let me know where you're watching this video from. I'd love to know where my audience is coming in at. And also, hey, if you got an area that you'd like a tour of, in the Tampa Bay area, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. All right, y'all, we're at our second house of the day, which is this beauty behind us here with these Bismarck palms right out front. This is gorgeous. This house is a little bit more recently updated, but it was built in 1960. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. and it's around 1,648 square feet. I think you'll see the amenities. We'll throw some photos right here so you can check them out. This house is a little more updated than the last home we looked at here, but again, a great representation of what you're going to find in the area. And you know, I know we haven't talked much about this, but in Pinellas County specifically, there's not a whole lot of new construction. You know, we're one of the most densely populated areas in all of Florida, believe it or not, even more than Miami, Orlando, in terms of geography and population. You know, people have been coming here for years, and this is really kind of what you're going to see for the most part here. You know, you start stretching your price points up into the 800,000 to 1.5 million, then you're going to start to see some of these properties that they've torn down and rebuilt from the ground up. They're going to look, you know, it'll be in a neighborhood similar to this, but those properties obviously are going to be newer, probably built in the last 5 years, have all the bells and whistles on them, so to speak. But this is, again, the quintessential Florida home, which is what you're going to find down here. You know, that ranch style home, a split floor plan is what they call that, when the master bedroom is on one side of the home and the other 2 bedrooms will be located, or the other 3 bedrooms will be located on the other side of the house. So this is exactly the type of property that you're going to see, you know, when you come to Clearwater or when you come to Tampa Bay area. And then when you get down to St. Petersburg, we definitely get into some older architecture, homes that were built in the early 1900s, Spanish style homes. You know, there's a lot of different types of architecture here, but this, you know, specifically is something that is very common to the area here. But again, like this property, I really like how they have it bookmarked with these 2 Bismarck palms here, which are great. And it's a good home. It's solid. You know, they're asking $457,900 for this property here specifically. So, you know, it's a little bit more than the last one we just saw. And again, the goal of this is to give you guys perspective. This house here is further away from the water than the one we were just at. 5 minutes, but hey, 5 minutes is 5 minutes, right? We're 5 minutes further away from the water, so we're about 20 minutes away from Clearwater Beach specifically. The price is higher, and you lose a bedroom and a pool and that pond view. So, like, you know, when you're trying to stack up, you know, how far your dollar goes, I think this is a great representation. You can take a good measurement here. If you're in that $500,000 price point, meaning that you're probably shopping somewhere between 4 and 5, this is going to be a great property for you guys to try to, or a great video for you guys to really take a look at and say, okay, this, you know, this is really good perspective on what I can get, how far my dollar can stretch in this current market. And hey, you know, if you like these types of videos, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you can be notified every time we make a video just like this. And also, you know, if you've got a specific city in the area that you'd like reviewed, let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You know, let us know where you guys are watching from. That's always fun too. You know, we get people watching from all around the country, so it's always intriguing to me to find out where you guys are coming in from. So, got my oat milk latte. Yes, I know it's fancy, but they didn't have any coconut milk. What are you gonna do? Cheers, y'all. Oh, and before I forget to mention this, if you are not from Florida, or if you're not used to being down here, when you come here and you get a paper straw, it's normal. And I gotta tell you, they are not my favorite. They get soggy after a while, and it's weird. You know, if you're used to putting a plastic straw in your mouth or a steel straw, and then you go to a paper straw, after about 20 minutes, it turns into a hot mess, especially when it starts getting muggy. So one of those little things that you gotta get used to when you make the adjustment of moving to a new area. And it's, you know, hey, every place has got their quirks, right? I always like to share with everybody. So I remember the first time I got a paper straw. I was at Slice down at Indian Rocks Beach with my wife and my 3 kids, and we were sitting down outside dining. It was a warm day, you know, high 80s, Humidity was probably up a little bit because it's Florida and that's what you do. And we sat down, got some water, and they handed us these paper straws, and we didn't think anything of it. We put the straw in the container, and it probably wasn't it was less than 10 minutes before it was basically just a soggy wet piece of paper. And I don't know about y'all, but that is not an appetizing thing to put in your mouth. So it definitely can throw you off a little bit, but they put them there for a reason. And when you think about it, there's a lot of plastic that ends up in the ocean, and everybody's trying to do their part to make things better here. So paper straw is kind of that sacrifice. A lot of especially on the beach communities, you're gonna find paper straws, not plastic. So just know that. I choose to typically not use a straw because of that, but we're in the winter time here where things are starting to cool down. We're in the fall, and we don't have a humidity issue right now. So this will last long enough for me to down this coffee, but I just figured I'd share that with you guys because one of those things when we moved down, we weren't expecting paper straws, and hey, you gotta get used to different things, right? All right, y'all, I am here at the one and only Costco in Pinellas County, and that's important for you to know because in Clearwater here specifically, this is where all the amenities are. I'm at Clearwater Mall. There's a Lowe's, there's a Super Target, there's a Michael's, a Pet Supply Plus. I mean, there is everything that you need. You can get a haircut, you can get your dog's haircut, whatever you need when you come to Clearwater Mall. But I wanted to show you this Costco specifically because, again, it is the only one in Pinellas County, and there's also a BJ's and a Sam's Club here as well. So when you're looking for those key amenities, it's really important to know where they are, and you're going to find that here in Clearwater, Florida. All right, y'all, we're at a third and final stop of the day. This home right here is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath 1,416 square feet with a pool. Photos are right here. It's currently listed at $480,000. And you know, in our price point that we were looking at today, homes of $500,000. You know, this is another home that was built 1959, so they were all almost built in the exact same year. We were, you know, late 50s, early 60s, as we discussed before. Ranch style homes. 2 of the 3 had a pool. You know, one of them was 2,000 square feet. The other were right around that 1,500 square foot range. They all have a garage, which is great. Two-car garage for each one of them. And this is pretty much, y'all, what you're gonna see in that $400,000 to $500,000 price point when you're, you know, 20 minutes or less to the beach, pretty much anywhere in Pinellas County, but specifically Clearwater Beach, which we're discussing today. And as we've discussed earlier, Clearwater has so many great amenities, so many opportunities for you to plug in. If you're your lifestyle, if you're a boater, if you want to be on a paddle board, if you like to run, the Pinellas County Trail runs through this, and we've discussed that before, but that's a over 40-mile trail that you can run or bike. It'll take you from all the way from Tarpon Springs into St. Petersburg, Florida. You know, so it's a great opportunity. And Clearwater is very well known. Obviously, it's one of the big spring break areas, but there's so much more. The city has a ton to offer. The entire area has a lot to offer. And hey, if you're considering moving to the Tampa Bay area or relocating to Clearwater specifically, you know, feel free to reach out. We've got people just like you reaching out to us all over the country, and however you got to do it. Phone call, text message, email, or you can even DM me on Instagram. When it comes to moving to the Tampa Bay area or Clearwater, the team at True Living Group has got your back. And hey, until next time, you guys go out and live that Tampa life.